Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We've seen a mixed session for US markets on Friday, and Dow was marginally down of about 0.1%, whereas the Nasdaq was up about 0.24%. In fact, the data that came out from US on Thursday were better than the market expectations, and that led to some kind of a recovery in the markets once it started off on a weak note. Also, European markets, most of them were up anywhere from 0.6 to about 0.92%. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, Nikkei is up almost about 0.63%, Hang Seng is also up about 0.28%, and SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are also going to open up about 8 odd points higher at about 68.20 odd levels. Also, the yen has depreciated in Japan, and it's currently trading at about 101.8 because of the higher trade deficit data that came out from Japan. And that is why we are seeing some kind of an uptick in the export-driven stocks in Japan. In terms of flows, friends, FIs were net buyers on Thursday to the tune of about 423 crore, and the domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of about 123 odd crore. And in the index futures, we have seen FIs buying to the tune of almost about 720 odd crore. Back home, our markets continue to remain resilient, and we are trading at the highest level for the last 3 or 4 years. In fact, we are at all-time high levels. And as we see the expiry approaching on Wednesday, the focus is definitely going to be there, and some of the index heavyweights like HDFC Limited, ITC, HUL, and some of the banking names could be in the limelight where the bias is a bit positive. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O cues and ideas that we can have from the F&O side.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. After continuous trading in negative terrain, we have seen that on Thursday markets snapped the session with a significant gain of 1.5%. We have seen that markets sentiments remain positive since the start, and broad-based buying across the sectors was visible, and finally snapped the session with a significant gain of more than 1.5%. In this period, we have seen that long positions were built up by market participants, as around 5.85 lakh shares were added in open interest, and Nifty cost of carry also increased by 5%. And if we talk about Nifty futures price, it is also increased by 102 points. On the options front, we have seen that PCR is increased from 0.96 to 1.07, which is clearly saying that put option has added more number of shares than call option. We can see good amount of activity was seen in 6,800 put option, as we can see 95% open interest was seen in 6,800 put option, and we have seen an unwinding activity taking place in 6,700 and 6,800 call option. There are two securities in bank period today, one is HDL and Unity, and FIs were net buyers of approximately 888 crores in future and option segment on Thursday. Our 5 days VWAP is 6775, lower range would be 6750 and higher range would be 6850. As Friday all markets were closed, on Thursday we have seen that US markets closed marginally in red. European markets also closed with mixed positive and negative, and today Asian markets are trading in positive terrain. Singapore Nifty is flat, which is at 6809, so we may see a positive to flat start in Indian markets too. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, welcome to the Sherkhan's pre-market action, where we take you through actionable ideas, the watch list, and the important news and updates. First of all, friends, on the actionable ideas front, we have something on the Natco Pharma, wherein the US Supreme Court has delivered a judgment which is in favor of Natco Pharma, so one can go long there with a stop loss of 702 and a target of 737 to about 751. Welspun India, some positive news, as JSW Steel has begun talks to purchase Welspun Max Steel for about almost 1,000 crores, so one can go long there with a stop loss of 101 and a target of about 106 to 108. Liberty Shoes came out with good set of numbers for Q4. Their net profit was about 4.3 crore versus the 0.97 crore in the previous year. And so on the back of that, one can go long there with a stop loss of 161 and a target of about 169 to about 172. Here is the watch list with positive and negative bias. So we have stocks like HDFC Limited, MCX, and Reliance Capital with positive bias, and Infosys is a stock with negative bias, where one can do some kind of an intraday trade with technical levels. In other important news and updates, Hindustan Zinc and LIC Housing Finance are likely to come out with numbers. Hindustan Zinc, the expectation is 17.9 crore. And in case of LIC Housing Finance, the expectation is about 353 crore. And Wonderla Holidays is coming up with IPO, and they are going to sell about 14.5 million shares at about 150 to 125 rupees range. And this IPO is going to start from today and is likely to go on till April 23rd. In other news and updates, friends, as per media report, Wipro is believed to be closing in on a mid to large size acquisition that could be valued at more than $400 million. And Reliance Capital is learned to be a front runner for taking a stake in the MCX to the tune of 24%, which is being divested by the promoters or like FTIL, and the price could be in excess of 750 rupees per stock. So there could be some positive action both in Reliance Capital and the MCX stock in today's market. And in another important development, US Pharma, Pfizer has approached rival AstraZeneca to propose a 60 billion pound takeover. So watch out for some positive action in the AstraZeneca stock in today's market. For Infosys, yet another high-profile exit as the Vice President and General Counsel Nityanandan Radhakrishnan has resigned. So watch out for some reaction of that in the stock. And Sachin Pharma's directors meet is on April 23rd to consider the issue of preferential warrants. And as per media reports, Aviva PLC has shortlisted Birla Sun Life, HDFC Life Insurance and Max Life Insurance to sell the British Group's 26% stake in the Indian insurance joint venture. And GlaxoSmithKline Pharma is likely to sell about 60 acres of property in Thane, valued at about 1600 to 1800 crore. And for Sesa Sterlite, the important hearing of Supreme Court is there today for iron ore export from Goa mines, which is scheduled today. And if they give the permission of anywhere more than 15 million tons to about 20 million tons, it would be a big figure for Sesa Sterlite in today's market. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.